Today, I will share some powerful tips on how to escape emotional abuse. My reason for creating this video is to give you perspective, clarity, and direction. Am I in the position to speak about this? I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, but I have been emotionally abused. And being a victim, I want to give you all the information that you need to get to help you along your YouTube journey.
Seeking inspiration, needing motivation, Nacola is the one. Sharing tips to cope, bringing joy and hope, Nacola for battles won. Nacola is the one.
Hi my friends, my name is Charmalee. On YouTube, I am Nacola. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I speak on issues affecting humanity in order to educate you, as well as to motivate and inspire you at the highest level. If you like those things, please subscribe to my channel and comment below to introduce yourself. I'd love to know who you are. Thank you. We are well aware that emotional abuse can come from anyone, namely parents, guardians, husband, wife, the place of worship, and your place of work. You may be going through emotional abuse at this moment or have healed from emotional abuse like myself. I just want you to be aware that while you are watching this video, there are clips that may send triggers to your brain. If this is a situation and you just need the information, do not watch the images. But if you need to face your fear and get the information, then you can go ahead and watch the video because it will be very, very helpful. First, let me define what emotional abuse is. Emotional abuse is a way to control another person by using emotions to criticize, embarrass, shame, blame, or otherwise manipulate another person. In general, a relationship is emotionally abusive when there is a consistent pattern of abusive words and bullying behaviors to wear down a person's self-esteem and undermine their mental health. Emotional abuse is one of the hardest forms of abuse to recognize. It can be subtle and insidious or overt and manipulative. Either way, it chips away at your self-esteem, and then you begin to doubt your perceptions and reality. In my case, it chipped away my self-esteem slowly. And in one instance, I felt like I was lifeless, like my life was pulling from me slowly. Emotional or psychological abuse does not leave bruises or cuts, but its wounds run much deeper, including victims thinking, that they may never escape. Some people think that they may never escape, that they may never recover. I know I used to think that this is going to kill me. I don't know how I'm going to escape this, but life eventually worked out. I hope after I share these signs of psychological abuse, you will determine whether or not you are in that type of a situation and what to do. The abuser will use verbal silence or physical withdrawal as methods to make you feel anxious or feel rejected. The abuser will display chronic jealousy, getting upset if you so much as speak to a person of the opposite sex or even the same sex. They will constantly criticize you for every aspect of your life or personality that were once highly praised. So you will know that you're abused when you go from being a confident person to having trouble making daily life's decisions. Another sign of psychological abuse is that no matter how politely you try to approach issues in the relationship, you are being accused of being a disrespectful person. They will accuse you that you're not assertive enough, that you're not brilliant, that you're not smart enough. That is a foolish idea, a foolish question. and it will, take turns like that once you try to approach a situation. Your physical and mental health will be on the decline once you are around the abuser, because their energy is really very toxic. And, because no one can thrive in this kind of environment. Being in a relationship with an abuser will be a lot like being on a roller coaster. There are wonderful, exhilarating highs and then scary, sudden drops where you lose your breath and you wait in anticipation for the highs to return. You will go up and down, back and forth, through the valley, through the mountain, and you will never know when the relationship will take a turn for the worse. Today, I want you to take comfort in knowing that even though other people don't necessarily see the abuse as clearly as you do, the abuser knows that you've seen the ugliest part of them. One thing that I've always helped me is to write. So I will tell you to write down about maybe 5 to 10 or 10 to 20 moments in the relationship that help you recall the toxicity in each experience. There's no need to go into great details on this list, just enough to remind yourself exactly what you have dealt with in the relationship or what you have to deal with, right? So you're wondering, how is this list helpful? How is it useful? It is useful when you begin to doubt yourself, and then you can go back to the list, right? This will be helpful to help you recenter, and you will probably find yourself saying, yes, I know, that is true. This is the correct thing. This had happened. I forgot about that. Survivors can't forget, or they will lose sight of the truth and healing. When you talk to your friends and your family, they may wonder why you're in this relationship. Why don't you just walk away? Why don't you just leave? A lot of women are not able to leave because there are children involved, and they just don't feel like that's the necessary thing they have to do at the moment. And you're trying to hold on to the last hope that maybe something good can come out of this, that maybe something can be fixed, and maybe tomorrow it will be better and you will be a family. I'm going to tell you something that you should never forget. Abusers have good moments and great days, and when they do the right things, right? And when this happens, the key for you to remember is that they are only positive at the moment because they are trying to trick you. You must get yourself out of this type of situation. Move away from this kind of chaos. Do not announce when you're going to leave. Never announce it. The reason you should never announce it is that it can turn fatal at any time. So keep in mind that some abusers have a pattern of behaviors that can be identified. And if you can study them, then you will know that when they come to you in the feel-good days, that they are only doing it to try to please you, to pull you in. Right? And they may be able to hold it together for only a few days or a few weeks at a time. And, the abuser become less attractive when you can predict the length of the good days or weeks. And then watch as they try to pull you in again to go over the same pattern of behavior. After you achieved clarity that you are being abused, you need to detach completely from the abuser. Some women are not able to detach. Some men are not able to detach from the abuser because they do have children. And in this case, you will speak on just issues concerning the children, and that's it. If you are experiencing abuse at this time, know that you can get help and stay safe. Sharing your emotions with someone who can help you process and validate what you are going through can help you see the light even in the darkest of times. Your friends or family may not help you, but you can text hello to 741-741 to connect with a crisis counselor. For your safety, it may be wise to delete your text after the conversation, particularly if the abuser has access to your phone. Tell someone in your life. The benefits of confiding in someone in your life are twofold. You can find an ally in your corner to process what you're going through, and you can spend some quality time, from the person who is abusing you. You can work to build a core group of people who you know will always have your back. Emotional abuse in a relationship is still unsafe. You can think through and plan for all the ways you could get out of the relationship when you need to and are ready. If you are in an emotionally abusive relationship, know that you deserve love and support. Nobody deserves to be abused. Recovering from emotional abuse may take time. Know that recovery is possible, no matter who is abusing you or how big of a part of your life they are. I have experienced emotional abuse from many persons in my past. I knew at the right time I had to get a therapist who is trained specifically to work with survivors of abuse. If you reach out to a professional, you could get the help to transform the way you think and act in and about and process emotions around your relationships. Do not put self-care on the back burner. Remember to prioritize self-care after the abuse, and this is a way of resetting your life. Thank you so much for watching. Do have yourself a wonderful day.